Hook angry, immediate, intense. Do you remember the moment WWE betrayed its own legacy? Do you remember them handing the stage to a pop star and calling it a wrestling match? Because that's exactly what happened at WrestleMania 37 Night 1, and if you think that sentence is an exaggeration, keep watching. Because I'm about to dismantle every angle of the whole damn spectacle, the surprise, the booking, the athleticism, the missed opportunities, and the one match that turned social media into a battleground. You will get mad, you will cheer, you will relive the controversy, and I want to see your reactions in the comments. Was this a sellout moment or a memorable WrestleMania miracle? Small question for the comments. Before watching this video, did you think a celebrity could ever legitimately carry a WrestleMania match? Yes or no? Tell me why. Set the scene. WrestleMania is supposed to be the place where legends are made, careers get coronated, and fans witness the most important matches of the year. WrestleMania 37 was already historic outdoor setup, fans returning after a pandemic year, and a stacked card. But one match, more than most, polarized fans and casual viewers alike: Bad Bunny and Damian Priest versus The Miz and John Morrison. It was billed as a celebrity tag match. It was sold with viral clips, social media hype, and marquee appeal. But how did it actually play out? Was it a game changer, a publicity stunt, or a weird hybrid that somehow worked? Let's break it all down blow by blow, beat by beat, and emotion by emotion. Why the match mattered: context and stakes. First off, understand the stakes. This wasn't a title match. It was a showcase. It was WWE using celebrity power to drive eyes back to WrestleMania in a year that needed fans and ratings. Bad Bunny, a global music star at the top of his career, wasn't just a cameo. He showed up to perform, to wrestle, and to put something on the line: his credibility. Damian Priest was in his breakout phase, already generating buzz with an imposing look and high ceiling potential. On the other side, The Miz and John Morrison were established, seasoned tag veterans, technically proficient, experienced in selling story, and masters of ring psychology. These were the ingredients for a fascinating clash: celebrity charisma versus polished pro skill, raw fan excitement versus practice ringcraft. That's why this match mattered. It was a test of whether WWE can turn celebrity into substance without cheapening the business. Small question for the comments: which of these four, Bad Bunny, Damian Priest, The Miz, or John Morrison, did you trust most to carry a big WrestleMania moment? Pick one and tell me why. The opening minutes: immediate crowd control and energy. From bell to bell, WWE leaned into the crowd. Bad Bunny didn't stroll in with the timid air of a Hollywood guest, he stormed the ring like he belonged there. That first sequence, the chants, the outsized reactions, the way he sold hits like a seasoned performer, it established something crucial: Bad Bunny was not a prop. He used theatrics, posture, and timing to sell heat. Damian Priest, meanwhile, brought that big guy who can move energy. His entrance was athleticism and bravado in one, a portent that he could legitimately compete on this stage. This was the right way to start a celebrity match: not slow and apologetic, but confident and invested. The Miz and Morrison reacted perfectly. They are professionals who have been in every kind of ring scenario. Their early psychology was textbook: isolate the celebrity, ground the moment, show that these challengers need to work to win. The crowd's chants made it hard to keep the match clinical, and that's good. WrestleMania is about emotions, and the match injected them early. Key sequence: the in-ring chemistry and storytelling. Let's talk chemistry. People who deride celebrity wrestling often say they don't belong. But watch the way Bad Bunny and Morrison exchange offense. Morrison's offense is whip smart, springboard, kicks, and flips, time to expose how well Bad Bunny sold the offense. Bad Bunny's counters, meanwhile, weren't clumsy, they were purposeful. He used athletic bursts, selling, and a few risky spots that made a lot of fans gasp. Damian Priest's role was perfect. He carried the heavy lifting and delivered power moves that made the stakes feel real. The Miz psychology was old school heel behavior. He stalled, he cheated, he hounded at injustices. For fans who love pro wrestling storytelling, The Miz is a master at stealing sympathy and heat at once. That contrast: celebrity underdog and imposing future star versus seasoned cheater, made the narrative clear. It was a fight between heart and craft. Small question for the comments: which single spot in the first half made you think, okay, Bad Bunny can do this? Describe the spot and why it mattered. The turning point: surprises, bumps, and a dangerous moment. Every match needs a pivot, a moment where everything changes. In this match, the turning point came with the high-risk sequences, including a dive or two that escalated the intensity. WrestleMania crowds feed on spectacle, and when Bad Bunny leapt or Morrison executed a ridiculous flip, the arena erupted. But with spectacle also comes danger. There were close calls. That's why some fans got angry, because celebrity spots can look reckless or ill-timed. But here's the counterpoint. Bad Bunny's willingness to take bumps and sell made many purists reconsider. He didn't phone it in, he physically committed. There are moments in the match that you can't unsee: dives onto the floor, a near fall where all you see is the crowd holding its breath, a sequence of counters where each near fall ramps adrenaline. That's WrestleMania theater. The match turned from celebrity gimmick to genuine fight. Character beats what each competitor conveyed. Bad Bunny, he conveyed heart, showmanship, and a little bit of rawness. He did things entertainers do best, he made moments. The key was how he sold strikes, how he carried facial expressions that made his near falls feel meaningful. This wasn't a pop star lip-syncing through a spot, it was a performer learning the language of wrestling and speaking it convincingly. Damian Priest, he was the future star element. If you want to see someone who could lead the mid-card into higher narrative territory, Priest was the guy. His athleticism and aura added legitimacy. The Miz, he was deliciously obnoxious in all the best ways. The Miz played the heel role like a veteran, stalling, targeting limbs, creating plausible momentum, and using every rule bend available to stay in the game. John Morrison, he was the ring wizard. High-flying, creative transitions, artful counters. Morrison elevated the sequences he touched. At WrestleMania, in front of tens of thousands, his style shone. Small question for the comments: if WWE wanted to push one of these four into a main event push after this match, who should it be? Explain briefly. The finish drama, near falls, and the decisive moment. A WrestleMania finish should feel earned. This match delivered a finish that fans argued about for weeks. The sequence of near falls was textbook. Every pinfall attempt was made to feel like the end of the match. The final moments, when either team looked like they'd clinched the win, were constructed to manipulate emotion: gasps, clutching at chests, and the chorus of the crowd. Without spoiling the exact mechanics for those who haven't seen it, know this: the finish leaned on the celebrity's heart and the veteran's craft simultaneously. Bad Bunny took a hit that made some people gasp, Priest made a heroic contribution, and The Miz and Morrison used cunning to claw back. The end result: a WrestleMania moment that was controversial, but memorable. Why people got angry? The critiques unpacked. Now let's address the fury. People got angry for reasons beyond the match itself. Some believed that celebrities taking big spots steals time from regular WWE talent who deserve WrestleMania moments. Some said that celebrity matches are always skippable hype and attract casual viewers at the expense of long-term storytelling. Others were furious that Bad Bunny got splashy praise for a single match that, to them, didn't warrant it. But here's the nuance most critics missed: not all celebrity matches are created equal. Some are tokens, perfunctory little segments. This match was different because Bad Bunny trained, committed, and walked away with legitimacy. He didn't just show up for a photo op, he performed like he wanted to be judged. That doesn't erase the valid complaints, but it complicates the narrative. Small question for the comments: did WWE give too much WrestleMania time to celebrity matches, or was this allocation fair? Vote too much / just right / not enough and say one reason. The ripple effect: what this match meant for each wrestler's career. Look at the aftermath. Bad Bunny's pop star brand only grew, but more importantly, his street cred in wrestling circles skyrocketed. For Damian Priest, this match became a launchpad showing he could carry a match with electricity and ticket appeal. The Miz, he retained his heel heat and reminded casual fans that he's a credible in-ring actor. John Morrison, he reminded everyone just how athletic and underrated he is, making case after case for more spotlight. WWE's coronation machine is weird: sometimes it promotes, sometimes it buries. But this match, regardless of the naysayers, created momentum for the right people. That's a win when your goal is to develop stars out of crossover moments. The social media hurricane: how the internet exploded. Immediately after the match, social media became an echo chamber: praise, outrage, memes, and hot takes. Bad Bunny's moves got replayed in clips so many times they became GIF canon. Fans debated the merit of celebrity involvement like it was a civil war. But from WWE's perspective, that noise is revenue: streaming numbers, trending topics, merch sales, and long-tail attention. You might hate the marketing strategy, but ignoring the business logic would be naive. People complained, but they watched. That's the paradox. A deep dive into 3 standout sequences. 1. The first big spot, the sequence that convinced skeptics. There was a moment, a combination of counters and a high-risk leap that made the crowd roar. Why did it work? Because it blended athletic credibility and dramatic timing. Bad Bunny selling the move afterward was key. If he hadn't sold it, the moment would have been hollow. 2. The near-fall crescendo, 3 successive pin attempts, each closer than the last, each forcing the crowd to its feet. Good booking creates rising tension and punishing near misses. This match executed that principle like an old-school thriller. 3. The desperation finish. Both teams used every trick, cheap shots, ringside interference attempts, and sudden bursts of offense to make the last minute feel chaotic and meaningful. That controlled chaos is what WrestleMania thrives on. Small question for the comments: which of the 3 standout sequences above was your favorite? Pick 1, 2, or 3 and say one sentence why. Technical notes: moves, selling, and pacing. From a technical standpoint, the match was well paced. The early period was about establishing roles and getting the crowd invested. The midsection emphasized sustained offense and tagging psychology, while the finish accelerated into frantic near falls. Selling was strong for all 4. Bad Bunny sold like a pro. Priest absorbed punishment and responded with impactful offense. Morrison kept the athletic flow, and Miz used heel work to create believable setbacks. There were small imperfect irons, mistimed transitions, slightly awkward bumps, but nothing so glaring it broke immersion. For a match featuring a mainstream star crossing over into full-time wrestling performance, the technical competence on display was impressive. Emotion and theater. Why this match felt like WrestleMania. WrestleMania is theater with body slams. Theatrics matter because fans invest emotionally. This match delivered theater, chants, stars, risky moments, and a finish that made the audience howl. The reason it worked, for many fans, was that the performers respected the stage. They treated WrestleMania like the altar it is. That reverence is contagious. When the performers believe the moment, the audience believes it too. Counterpoint: the risk of celebrity overshadowing card depth. Let's be frank, there's always a legitimate worry that celebrity matches take slots that might otherwise be used to crown rising stars or resolve long-term storylines. Critics worried the match monopolized narrative oxygen. That's a fair critique. WWE must balance short-term promotional gains with long-term storytelling integrity. If celebrity slots become a crutch, that will hurt the product. But if WWE uses celebrity appearances as a bridge to elevate new talent as they did here with Priest, then it can work. Small question for the comments: pick 1 word to describe your emotional reaction to this match. Amazed / angry / indifferent / hyped, and tell me which and why in one sentence. Why this match will be remembered. It will be remembered because it was a clash between modern pop culture spectacle and classic wrestling storytelling. It showcased the potential for celebrities to actually contribute to the art, while also stoking a cultural debate about purity versus popularity. It's the match you bring up when arguing whether WWE should keep courting crossover stars because it provides both a blueprint and a warning. Final analysis: what WWE did right, and what they should learn. What they did right: they trained their celebrity to perform safely and credibly. They built the match around long-term talent Priest and used the celebrity as a booster, not the centerpiece. They embraced the theater of WrestleMania and allowed the crowd to be part of the match's life. What they should learn: don't let celebrity stunts replace storytelling. Ensure those moments feed character arcs afterward. Make sure all transitions and timing are tight. The tiny missteps are magnified at WrestleMania scale. Use celebrity heat to elevate talent 4 months after, not just a single night. Small question for the comments: after rewatching or reflecting, do you think Bad Bunny should have wrestled more frequently in WWE? Yes / no, and why? Call to action and final provocation. So here's the challenge: if you think WWE cheated wrestling by bringing in Bad Bunny, say so loudly. If you think they created an unforgettable WrestleMania moment that elevated a future star, say that too. I want the heat in the comments. Disagree with me, call me out, and defend your stance. If you loved the match, tell me which spot gave you chills. If you hated it, tell me which moment made you walk out. Don't be bland, give me the specific second that changed your view. One last provocation to light the fuse: if WWE's future depends on bringing in more celebrities who actually commit the way Bad Bunny did, is that a salvation or a sellout? Don't answer with a shrug, explain why. I'll read every comment, and the best one will get pinned at the top of the thread. Final small question for the comments: name one change you would make to this match's booking that would have made it perfect. Keep it to one sentence. Sign off brief. That was the deep dive into Bad Bunny and Damian Priest vs. The Miz and John Morrison at WrestleMania 37 Night 1 AM match that divided opinion, electrified the crowd, and left a mark on WWE history. Drop your answers to the trivia prompts down below, get into heated debate, and if you think this match was one of the best or worst things WrestleMania has done, fight for your opinion. Small final question for the comments: were you watching live or did you see this match live later, and why did your timing affect your reaction? Thanks for watching. I'll be responding to comments, reading your takes, and maybe making a follow-up video where I read the hottest replies. Which of your comments do you think I should feature? Say which and why.